I wasn't sure how I wanted to start this video, but I figured I would just speak from the heart and make a video that's not typical of what I usually make. If you guys have followed me for some time, you guys know that I make a lot of minimalism content. But recently I've given myself permission to just not make that type of content, and I'm on a break, so I figured I'd take this opportunity to talk about something that has been on my mind recently, and that has been discovering that YouTube was pretty much the last rat race for me. What do I mean by that? Well, I got caught up in the past 5 years hustling like a dog trying to get a silver button, because upon some deep reflection, I realized I wanted a silver button pretty much to validate myself. I felt like YouTube was the new shiny thing. Like, who cares about having a house if you have a silver button? It meant that over 100,000 people thought you were good enough to follow, and I just craved that type of validation, and upon reflection made me realize that's a pretty big massive hole if I feel I need 10,000 people to validate me. I've been taking a lot of time off. You guys have seen that I stopped uploading from my regular 3 videos a week to like once a week, because that was a pretty deep realization, thinking that, did I really need that much validation? Was I really that internally messed up that I needed a silver button to fulfill my life? And as I say it out loud now, it sounds so pathetic and embarrassing, but before I did like some deep shadow work, it really did feel that important. It really did feel like I only had value if I had a silver button, if I made it to like 1 million subscribers. And it was a big wake-up call for me, because I think I kind of wasted the last 5 years chasing a rabbit down a dark hole, and I seriously lost myself. I'm not that obsessed with minimalism, but I felt like I had to be a good minimalist. I had to be perfect. I had to be the ideal, and it started to become pretty miserable. I think when it became really miserable was after I hit the 1,000 follower mark. I felt really satisfied and really happy. I felt like my hard work had paid off. But after that, it just started to get really messed up. I felt like I needed to keep the high going. I need more extreme minimalism content, and it was not where my heart was at. That phase of my life had ended a long time ago. I've been doing minimalism for about 8 years. I haven't been an extreme minimalist for, oh my gosh, 8 minus 2, I guess like over 6 years. And I felt like I had to keep going when it's just wasn't me. Was not me at all. And I felt I had an obligation to the internet. Let's be honest, I didn't feel like I had an obligation to the internet. I felt like I had an obligation to myself. I couldn't disappoint myself. I just wanted to keep striving and striving. And I think at the core of it was because of my own arrogance, my own ego. I just wanted to prove to everybody that I was better than everybody. It's pretty embarrassing to admit these things, but I feel like that's what reflection is for, right? To admit our mistakes and reflect on areas we can do better. And I think I realized I had a pretty big ego, and I wanted a bajillion people to fawn over me, which sounds so ridiculous now that I say it out loud, but that's, I guess, on a subconscious level how I felt. And I don't think that's healthy. And because of that, I've definitely decreased my YouTube filming and editing, because I need to pretty much recenter myself, because I don't think I need a bajillion people's adoration to be content, and I had let it get to that. And I guess I don't want to live my life like that anymore. So yeah, for me, taking a step back from YouTube has definitely freed me a lot to just live my own life and actually practice some humility and to become more humble. I've been practicing meditating a bit more and just living in my regular life and enjoying my regular life, because I realized that in the previous years I didn't enjoy my regular life because I was kind of obsessed with living some grandiose life, when I didn't realize that my own life was actually very magical and very special, and just didn't know how to cherish it. Yeah, I preached, gratitude over and over and over again, but I wasn't really practicing gratitude. I think I was just being complacent. I was just like, yeah, this is not bad, but like deep in my heart, I wanted so much more. So like, I'm not perfect, and I'm still growing, and we all make mistakes, and it's just a progress, and nothing is perfect. So this is just part of my journey, and this is currently where I'm at in my journey, is learning a little bit of humility and humbling myself, which I think it's helping a lot, and letting go of my own validation. It's hard to love myself and think that, am I worthy of success if I don't ever reach a silver button? Is my work of any value if I only, if I never make 10,000 subscribers? Some pretty deep-rooted stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, because you guys are important to me, and I feel like at the end of the day, it's important to be real and to show not only the good, but also the bad, I guess, or the less pretty or the less perfect, and realize that everything is a journey. I'm always waiting till I'm like perfect or conditions are perfect for me to like talk about things, but I think it's okay for us to sometimes talk about things while we go through it. I don't know if anybody else can resonate with this, but I've definitely been struggling with YouTube in these recent years because it's gotten to the point where I started to associate YouTube with my self-validation, and that really started to mess with my head. I felt like I couldn't function regularly, and no one deserves to live like that. I think YouTube should be a creative process. At the end of the day, we create art because we believe it should exist, it should be, and I lost that. So that's what I'm getting back to. So my content is probably going to be all over the place in the upcoming months, but I think that's nice. I think we all need that. And at the end of the day, I only have myself and my mental health. So I'm going to do that. And yeah, thank you so much to everybody who's come along for the journey. You guys are the real OGs. I want to say thank you so much, because honestly, this channel would be nothing without you guys. I have fallen down so many times, and you guys have been there cheering me on, and that meant so much to me, because yeah, I guess I realized I needed more external validation than I thought that I did.